Hi, hello, and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, and how are my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties? Let's get out that scorching hot petty tea. If you like it cold, hold the ice because ice is a hot mess in these streets. Yeah, I'm about to be really petty. There's somebody who I said needs to, well, it's complicated, but like if you listen to the last couple of episodes, you know exactly who I'm talking to. I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like let's just say he better not be listening to this because I'm about to be petty. Because like I know it's only been like I don't know, it's like I'm gonna be going through this right now because now that this end of a relationship is so fresh and literally gave me no warning. Like I if you missed it, go back a couple episodes. It's a two-parter. But yeah, I'm back at being single, and I told myself and I told him at the beginning when he first cuz at first we met on one of the dating apps or whatever, and then we had virtual dates or whatever, or yeah, at least get-togethers or let's get to know each other. And then on the first date he asked me to be his girlfriend. It was kind of a red flag, but since we had like three virtuals where we were talking for like 2, 3, 5 hours at in one like at a time or whatever, and it really felt like he was like genuine, and so I was like, you know what? Why not? It's like it was different than what I'm used to, especially with and with a lot of the things he did, like because like so many times men tell me I'm not like any other guy or whatever. It's like he was actually different, and he would like do actions and things and following through and stuff. So, but like okay, like yeah, listen to the other episodes, but like when I got home, hmm, I started thinking there were so many red flags, and I kept like I don't know, part of me I just felt like, with all the drama and everything going on in his life. But I mean, this I think maybe I am naive or whatever because I try to think the best of people. I try to have some hope, or I try to give them excuses of why they're not being good to me or whatever. And it was really confusing because he was great and amazing some ways, but then like the ways he disappointed me, but then I hid it because of I didn't want him feeling over bombarded, and at the same time I wanted him to make sure he knew like he's very empathetic, sympathetic, and caring, and he will like sharing and um giving and like quality conversation, and just yeah, those are the good qualities from him. But he is scared to better himself in a lot of ways because like at first I was just like, you know what, we can have date like because at first he was like, oh, I want to go on dates with you, and like three like he told me 3 days a week when he didn't have his kids and 2 days a week when he had his kids or whatever. And I'm like, are you sure? But then like especially looking at my goals and his goals, I'm like, you know what, okay, one of those days, especially when you don't have the kids, let's have it as a goals night, because I'm like, you're going to be trying to like look for different work, and you want to move out of your place, and you want to like better yourselves in several ways. So why don't we have one night where you bring your laptop, we sit, we work on goals. And with his degree, he was like, yeah, with your candles and greeting cards, I'm going to make your website. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That would be perfect. But then, yeah, he hasn't even started. He didn't even work on it. And I told him, like, oh, once we can, like, I even like showed him some websites that I really liked, and if he can go off of that. And he had, oh yeah, okay, so now I need to, yeah, there's some things I need to do now that I'm thinking about it. But just now, like, realizing how through the 6 months he didn't even start it. And it kind of reminds me of Mr. No Heart, because with my goals and dreams, my book, like especially my book, I finished my rough draft of my novel, and I asked him to read it. I'm only going to read it if you publish it. Like almost every time I work on something or try to start something, or like creative for a business or whatever, so many men, and this is why I wonder, like, am I just not supposed to be allowed to have a business or be a creative? Or is something wrong with me? I mean, am I that low of quality? Because another thing I kind of come to the conclusion of, when he first met me, he was desperate. And here's a black woman with a disability. It's like, oh yeah, of course she's gonna say yes or whatever. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's like, because I told him, like, when he first asked me to be his girlfriend, I'm like, you know what? Let's just be friends for now and get to know each, like, we can just, hang out, get to know each other. Because again, he's so sweet and polite and nice and amazing to hang out with. But I told him, stay on the dating apps, and it's like you might find a genuine connection. Because, like, I don't know, like, part of me, I felt like he might be speeding up, or he might just be tired of looking. Or it's like, but then he kept saying, like, no, 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 I like you, I want to be with you, and just all of this other stuff, to the point where I was just like, okay, I'm trusting you. Like, like, he's been listening to my episodes too, because when we first, like, I think it was day 2 where I mentioned my YouTube channel. And next thing I know, he starts listening to my episodes, and he is mentioning some of the things I say, especially during our virtual dates and things. And it was I don't know, it's like, at first I was kind of standoffish, because I was just like, you listen to that episode and stuff. It's like I wasn't used to that, because most people wouldn't. And so I thought that was a I thought that was a green flag. I thought that was great. I was like, wow, you believe in me. But yeah, when it came to trying to pursue the channel as a whole, and with the website, and with there was a couple odds and ends where, when it came to me getting to the next level and developing everything so that I can officially start my business, it's like the website, yeah, he told me, don't worry. He told me, I'm going to do the research, I'm going to work, like, and he said this several times. And there were some times during our goals night where he would be online, and he said that he was going over things because it's been a while, and he's refreshing, and he's doing A, B, and C, or whatever. And one of his other goals was to apply for different jobs and stuff. And I'm like, oh, are you applying for different jobs? And he was like, oh yeah, but I'm still, and it was just to a point where I'm like, I, like, I don't, like, you're not, and that's, I'm realizing he didn't really communicate well with me with those. And he didn't communicate with me because he told me that, like, the day, like yesterday, that when he broke up with me, that he was thinking about it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And no communication. Because I even told him, I was like, so you didn't even decide to bring it up to me. I was supposed to bring it up to you? Like, are you kidding me? So part of me is like, that to me, I'm livid. I'm so livid with, because I gave him like an example, which I don't think he understood or got. So maybe it was a bad one. But I'm just like, okay, it kind of feels like we're both on the road, at first in the same car. Everything is going what I think is great. But now, at some point, you ended up 2 states over, and I'm still on the same road in the same state, thinking I'm thinking the journey and the road we're going on is great. It's fine, it's amazing. But yeah, you're 2 states over, drifting and driving as far away from me as possible. You're on a new destination, and I have no idea. I'm not seeing the same map you are. I'm it's like I'm thinking I'm on track, but I'm actually lost. And it's like you're on a new journey. You're on a new like track, and so, but yeah. And but then looking back at a lot of my exes, because I told you guys about Mr. like Tomas, who he broke up with me because of my books. He was like, "You're too good of a woman for me," and stuff, or "I'm not as good of a man for you." And it's just like, okay. And then with Mr. No Heart, he begged me to start a business with him, and then 6 months later, I'm getting sales. I had the website, I had everything together, and it's like every like but then I overheard one of the discussions with him and his roommate, and his roommate was just like, once she succeeds, she's gonna leave you. It's like, oh, it's like, so you're gonna allow her to like be successful? Don't you think that's gonna make her ego? It's like she already has 3 degrees, and he mentioned like a couple other things. They didn't know, like, I can hear them. Like, I'm in the kitchen, and the walls are actually pretty thick, but they're not that thick. I heard the conversation. And then with my children's books, and with my novel. And don't forget, he like No Heart's the guy where I showed him one of my college poems. He threw it away. He doesn't know that I know that he threw it away, because I was making breakfast, about to throw out some eggs, and I see it on the top of the trash. It was right before I was about to throw those eggs away, too. Yeah, yeah. Never forgive him for that. And that should have been a red flag. That should have been a sign for me to break up with him. And the fact that this guy that I just broke up with, I don't know what his nickname's going to be. Maybe Spider, maybe um yeah, because this is the one with the bully. Oh my gosh. I hope I hope his ex-wife will now leave me alone. Because how are you going to punish me? Because, oh yeah, and ex-wife got married like about a month after. Like, part of me, I'm just like, dang, do your thing, okay. And it's like, and that's the funny thing. It's like, she was so upset and mad with me. And it's like, you've been dating something like, what? And it's so I know it was mostly for show. And there's other reasons why it's like I mentioned in one of the last episodes, where I think he's used to the toxicity. I think he's used to because he would tell me that whenever someone would give him a compliment, it would be like a backstab compliment. It would be with something negative or awful or terrible. And it's like, I never did that to him. It's like, I never did. It's like Yes, I'm being pretty petty now, but it's because I'm shocked. And especially, okay, guys, if you're gonna break up with somebody, have a reason. And I mean, I've been caught in this because I know there was the guy, like the New Year's of 2025. That was one of the worst dates I've ever been on in my life. The way this guy treated me, and almost like for him to sit where he wanted to sit at the table, he literally almost knocks me over. It's like I think it was one of the managers or the owner came up to me and asked me if I was okay. And there were other things too, but it's like I don't. Yeah, I think I've already told the story, so I'll just say catch up. But my dating life has been absolutely awful. I dated Mr. No Heart for 7 years. When like I was undiagnosed, I was going through pain. I was going through so much pain, and this man wouldn't even call me. He wouldn't even check up on me. And that was one of the hints from this, like, so I'll just call him Spider this episode, from Spider, because he used to call and he used to be a lot more approachable. But I would say the last 2 weeks or a month, he seemed to like, but I thought it was because like he would keep telling me all the pressure and everything he was going through and everything. And I would ask, what do you need? It's like, do you need a breather? What's going, like, I communicated so much. And I would check up. I'm like, how are you doing today? It's like, how are you mentally? It's like, what do you need? Because I would even ask, what do you need? And he would always tell me he didn't know. Well, baby, if you don't know, how can I help you? And that's like with a lot of men, like, especially emotionally, like, they either don't know how to communicate, or they don't know how to express themselves, or they're ashamed of maybe needing help, or like, yeah, yeah. And I mean, yeah, I'm going to sound mean, but I don't even care. It was kind of funny because he gets out the car and I'm getting out the car, whatever, to go because I just want to go in the house, forget about him, whatever. Oh, throw out all the like the paper, like 'cause I was making gifts for him, gifts by hand for him. And don't worry, it's like, yeah, all the gifts that I was planning on giving to him throughout the rest of the year, like for birthday, Christmas, and even surprises or whatever. I'm gonna make an episode with all the links and everything in case any of you guys want some of these items. And they're all based off of things that he would like or need, or things that I've like he even mentioned that he would need or whatever. So you're welcome. Yeah, I don't care. It's like, because I feel like since he doesn't need my help and he never really cared, like, and I get really tired because when I tell men you never really cared about me, and they're like, they can't say that I did care, like, not actions. Like, if you're just going to just break up with, like, drove to a park, a crowded park, to park the car, like, literally not giving me a choice. It's like, because even, okay, if you're gonna break up with somebody, okay, boo boo's like, okay. It's like, at least, maybe say, you know what? We just really need to have a talk. Where would you feel comfortable? Or I have some bad news. It's like, where can we talk about it? And stuff like that. So then at least I'll be prepared for the bad news. And because, yeah, he's saying we're driving to a park, because but then we went to a park a couple weeks ago with his coworkers, And so I'm like, what are we doing? What's going on? Is this a surprise? Are you planning on something that I didn't know about or whatever? Like, but no, breaking up. And again, he knew the heartbreak I've been through. He knew how Mr. No Heart did me. And I told him, like, and that's the thing. Everything that happened, I gave him fair warning. Like, because he kept saying, no, I want you to be my girlfriend. I care about you. I'm impressed with you. And that's another thing. Like, okay, so is he no longer impressed with me? The only reason he wanted to date me was because he was impressed because I was like, well, technically still am, but it's like a professor and stuff like that. Which, once I get the business back together, yeah, it's like I'm going to be responding to a new school. Yay. But, yeah, once possibly. It's like they might feel it. I don't know. I don't. But yeah, it would be like a very different type. But with the candles, the greeting cards, the novel, and stuff like that, and part of me, I kind of felt like I'm trying to like get my experience back going, show what I have like learned throughout the years, show my experience and stuff like that. And every time like I don't know, it's like I'm lost. I'm lost because I one thing that I know that I did that was right, and yeah, this is a very messy episode, but I hope you understand that I'm still in shock and like just shock because oh yeah, I told him, I warned him, I was like, you don't understand. I've been through so much heartbreak, and with my disability, so many men have hurt me emotionally, physically, like because of my disability and things like that. Like, you are the last guy I want to date. So it's like, you need, like, it's like, so you really need to, like, realize that I am trusting you. And I remember this night because I was at his house. He was making, um, he was waiting, like, yeah, he made one of my favorite dishes. But yeah, I told him this, and he came up to me and gave me one of the biggest hugs. And he was just like, "Don't worry. It's like, I'm not gonna hurt you." He said, like, and what happened? And there was another night again at his house where I told him, if you ever decide to break up with me, if you ever want to just end this, it's like, give me a heads up. Let me know. Okay, because I even told him, you listen to my YouTube show. You listen to the episodes. You know the heartbreak that I have been through and how terrible some of these men have treated me. And he was like, no, I'm not going to. He was like, don't worry, I'm not going to. Like, each time, he's like, no, don't worry, I'm not going to do that. I'm not like these other guys. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to, like, I care about you. I think about you a lot and just all this other garbage. So, at the end of the day, yeah, he ended up just being like every other guy. Because again, like, just give me a heads up. If you're thinking of breaking up with me, I'm mature. And the thing is, like, at the part, like, I told him, just take me home. And the thing is, he didn't want, like, he was sitting, like, it was quiet. So uncomfortably quiet. Like, I'm telling him, just take me home. And he acted like he didn't want to take me home. I'm like, okay, boo boo, like, idiot. Okay, you break up with me. Take me home. Okay? You did your thing. You said you did what you wanted to do. Take me home. And so, but then he would just wait. And I'm like, what are you waiting for? You won't, like, because when I asked him why, he doesn't have a reason. I don't have a reason. Nothing's wrong. You're great. You're amazing. I hear Do you know how many times I've heard that? Like, and one reason why I think the men always come back, him, Spider will not come back. He will not, because I think he's still stuck on his ex wife. Yeah, I think he's stuck on his ex wife. I don't know. It's just like there's so many things that happened through the relationship where it was kind of red flags, or there were things he would tell me about her. And it's just like, and then even with my channel, I would talk about No Heart and Lock a Key because that's 12 years of my life. And sometimes when I'm talking about political things, yes, I bring up the same, because those some of the same examples, because they're examples to that topic for the day. And these are real things that I have been through and witnessed. So when I hear white men and white men's mothers tell me the only reason I got into college is because I'm black, yeah, I've mentioned that because, yeah, it's like that's a big issue. But it's not just one concrete issue. It's like one is maybe it's out of jealousy because her white male son dropped out of college. Maybe another is because she misunderstands DEI. Maybe another reason is because she doesn't think black people are smart enough. Because yeah, she's hinted at that before too. Mhm. Mhm. If you've been listening, you already know. But so yeah, sometimes I say certain examples because those those examples right there line up with so many things that's wrong. And sometimes I wonder if like he thinks I'm still stuck on them, but I'm just like, it's like I've shown him at like some like this year, I like even some from a couple from last year, when guys try to come back into my life and they message me, I show him. I'm like, look, honey, someone else, because I want him to know, like, okay, if I talk about this on my show, you see it. So now, like, you have nothing to worry about. I'm showing you, like, I'm showing you first before you hear about it on the show. I want you to know that my heart, well, like, now it's was with, like, Spider, whatever. But now I'm just like, I give up. And so many men are going to laugh and say you're going to be nothing but a cat lady. And you know what? I'll be a candle selling, greeting card, novel, children's book, and activity book cat lady. And I'm allergic to cats, so I'm not going to have the cats. I'll be a dog lady. Yeah, I'm more of a dog person. But all of the goals and all of the dreams. And one of the biggest red flags that I kept thinking about throughout the 6 months is, when is he going to start the website? And some people might think, oh, that seems shallow, or oh, you're thinking just about yourself. But I'm like, when this man over and over and over again promises and he tells you, oh, I'm just doing the trainings, he always had an excuse of why he didn't start it. But maybe he didn't start it because he never planned on being with me, or maybe because he didn't believe in me, or because he just knew it wasn't gonna last. It's like I said, since I'm a black woman with a disability, he knew that no one else would really want me. So well, a value, there's some like and this is one reason why I stayed on dating apps, because of the journalistic approach. Because this week alone, I think there's been about 9 different men who, within 5 or 10 minutes, asked to sleep with me. Yeah. They're all going to be up on the Patreon. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, look at the Patreon. I got plenty for you guys to look at. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about politics and also Reddit stories and so many other things. But now I'm going to be really analyzing this breakup. It's out of left field. And yeah. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.